What's going on, guys? Fun with Eyes back again. And I really hope you guys aren't getting sick of all the unboxing videos I've been doing, because I'm freaking loving it. I'm getting the opportunity to look at all these cool blades, and I'm just trying to share my enthusiasm about them. And we'll get to the reviews later, which I have a whole lot lined up to do anyway. But the unboxings, to be honest, are a little bit more fun, so let's get those out of the way. This, again, is a WE knife from Zelric, and one that is surprising me on all sorts of levels. And again, I'll attempt to keep this short, but we'll see what happens. You have your standard WE knife box with that cool logo. I love how that is purple and green at the same time in there. Anyway, the model here is the 605D. That's a green handle. You got black grind and a white surface blade. So I'm guessing that is DLC coated and a satin two-tone blade. Just like any WE knife that I'm aware of, you do get the WE knife branded pouch. Just a zipper to open it. WEknife.com on the back. Let's get this thing open and look at the sharp stuff inside. You do get your WE knife card thanking you for your purchase, contact information, tool to take down the knife. Again, I'm trying to skip over this part to get to the knife. Then your microfiber cleaning cloth. Wow, it's a tongue twister, I guess, for me today. Let's take a look at this knife. And I don't think this is a new one whatsoever. I think this came out like last year. Again, this is the 605D. But it wasn't one that I was insanely interested in at first. And then I got it in my hand. And man, I don't want to speak too soon in these unboxings, because of course an unboxing is the epitome of the honeymoon stage. I mean, you were in love with whatever came in the mail that day. But I've let this simmer for a day or two before I made this video, and I still have the same feeling, so hopefully that will continue for the next week or two that I have possession of this thing, because I love it. I love this knife on a whole lot of levels, and let me tell you why. I'll ignore the specs. Again, I don't want to bore you guys with that. But you can see that this is a small knife. Let me get out the one that I just unboxed. That was the 609E. Gotta get it out of its pouch real quick. And I'll show you, these are very similar in color and construction. These are both titanium frame locks. Even got the same color blade, the same blade steel, and the same anodization on the handle. But I mean, they couldn't be more different in design. But man, are they impressive, especially this one. And let me tell you why here. This thing is an ergonomic wonder for how small it is. You can see that this is a small knife. I mean, I'm not usually accustomed to these kind of knives, and it looks kind of funky. It's got all these weird round places, and it doesn't seem like it would work in your hand, and it does. This is a 3.5 finger knife. You can see you got your first finger control here, your second here, and your third kind of floats in this region, and then your pinky kind of hangs off the end, which, to be honest, I don't love when I have a 3-finger grip, but this one just feels good. But then you add that awesome forward finger choil, and I got a full 4 fingers on the knife, anywhere to put my thumb. This scoop on top here, this kind of harpoon shape in the blade, allows you to do these draw cuts. I mean, it just seems so damn functional. And I even got to the best part. But you can see the blade here is somewhat of a spear point harpoon mix. You got that PVD or DLC black coating on the swedge, on the grind, and then you got a very finger printed satin flats here. This is a nearly sterile blade, other than that S35VN written there, so you know the blade steel. This feels like a nice flat grind. It's gonna be a saber grind, and then of course with that forward finger choil, you're gonna have a nice sharpening choil with a consistent edge bevel all the way from the tip to the back. The blade there, you can see this does have a hole in the blade, and it's almost comet shaped. I mean, it's elliptical, but it's almost comet shaped like a bird knife. And you can use that for opening with just your thumb. You can flick it out, you can roll it out, and you can use the middle. Wow, the middle finger flick, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just stumbling over my words in this video. But yeah, that is a functional opening hole, but honestly, I think it's mostly for aesthetics. Kind of gives character and personality to this little, I don't know, I heard somebody, I think it was Frankie and Bird, called this like a dragon tooth knife. I don't know, I'll have to look up the video, but anyway, I can see exactly where they're coming from, because it does have a lot of animal personality to it. But this is a flipper, first and foremost. You can see the flipper tab here. There's some jimping all the way around it, or at least the parts that are going to be contacting your finger, and it will open extremely fast with the push button. And that's the way I usually like my flippers. I don't want to have to do the big light switch motion. I love when a flipper can be push button just like that. And the action is just out of this world, and it sounds really cool. When that lock bar engages, sounds really cool. But you can light switch it. Great action though. It's riding on, I believe, ceramic ball bearings, ceramic ball detent. And then of course this is a titanium frame lock. Got a steel lock bar insert held in with this screw here, and a steel over travel stop. So just about everything you'd want in a modern titanium frame lock. The lockup is early, but it's extremely tough from what I can see so far. So all is good there. And I mean, look at that blade centering, guys. Where is it at? Where is it at? Let me just go to this light. It's perfect. Take one. There it is. Blade centering is perfect. Once again, not surprising from WE at any of their price points, but especially this one. This is going to be floating in the 240s, I believe. But back to the ergonomics, and the handle is really what does it for me on this knife. But the ergonomics are really good for cutting. It just seems like it's going to work really well. You got a whole lot of belly here, right? From here to here. It's a gradual belly, but it just seems nice, and I think gradual was the word I was looking for. Gradual, so you can do these kind of cuts like this when you open a box. You can kind of use it for food prep. I think it's going to be a great smaller EDC option for blade shape. But really, the handle is where all the beauty is in for this knife. Because look at those intricate milling lines. And how freaking cool does that feel? I can't even tell you, because it's just like on the, I think this is 609, this area right here, it just makes the handle for me. I love that traction, and it's not like G10 rip up your pockets traction. It's got this really cool quality feel to it when they can add this many chamfers on titanium, do it right, and it's really expertly done. You can see here a very small lanyard hole that you could probably fit some 550 cord through if it was stripped. Kind of a different clip from WE than I'm used to seeing. It's nice and round to fit the bill on this knife. I mean, this one's nice and squared off and just about every dimension there. It's really angular. This knife is all sorts of round, and it has a round clip to match. And again, I think it's going to work pretty well. I haven't had a problem with a WE knife clip in the past. And then you have these 3 holes cut out in the handle. I'll take it or leave it. It gives a little character on the back here. But this really looks like an integral design, or an integral design, however you want to say that word. But it does. But it's not. It's 2 separate pieces of titanium that are just expertly fit together with a level of fit and finish that makes it look like an integral, which is pretty damn cool. Not to mention, just like the 609 unboxing video, I love the jade green color mixed with the gold hardware here. I just think that looks freaking sweet. So I don't want to say I'm completely enamored with these designs and they're the best things in the world, but they've surprised me because they stand out. They're so different. And not only from the color, but I mean the designs. As soon as I see these knives in any coloration, even just a silhouette of it or a shadow, I know it's a WE knife. I mean, I don't know, they're just very distinctive. And this one is just, again, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think it might be a home run. And it's not perfect, and I don't think any knife is. But for me, not loving small knives, I think this is going to be a great option for someone who wants or may need a small knife, but wants it beefy, wants it very well made, and wants it to actually feel right in their hand to use, because I'm not a huge fan of that 3-finger grip, but on this knife, it just works. So, thanks for watching, guys, as always, and remember, have fun with your knives.